Sam, I'm really confused about all this. Nanotechnology, is it just a fancy word for making things small?
I thought technology was supposed to be about bigger and better stuff. So why is everyone talking about tiny things? I mean, how can something so small be so important?
For knowing this, we should ask our professor. He knows everything about technology.
Yes, let's go. Hello, Professor. Sorry for disturbing you. We have doubt on nanotechnology. Why all people are talking about nanotechnology? How can small things change the world?
My brilliant students, the world of nanotechnology might be small in size, but its impact? Massive. We're talking about technology so tiny it's invisible to the naked eye, but it's powerful enough to change the world as we know it.
Wait. So this is about super small stuff that can do big things. How small are we talking, Professor?
Excellent question, Alex. When we talk about nano, we're dealing with measurements on a super tiny scale. Let's imagine something simple. Take a strand of your hair, just one single strand. Now, imagine cutting that strand into 100,000 smaller pieces. Each piece would be about 1 nanometer wide.
Whoa, that's insane. So nanotechnology is working with things that are that tiny?
Exactly. Nanotechnology is the science of designing, controlling, and manipulating materials at the molecular or atomic level, at scales as small as a billionth of a meter. We use this tiny tech to make materials stronger, lighter, or more efficient, and to create new devices that can solve all kinds of problems.
Okay, that sounds cool, but why go that small? Can't we just use regular-sized materials?
But here's the magic of the nano world. At the nanoscale, things don't behave the way they do at regular sizes. Materials can gain superpowers, so to speak. For example, some materials become much stronger or better at conducting electricity, and others change how they interact with light or water.
So, what can this technology actually do? I mean, are we talking about making gadgets smaller, or is there more to it?
Oh, much more. While we can use nanotechnology to shrink gadgets and make them faster, it goes beyond just making small electronics. Nanotechnology can change everything from how we fight diseases to how we protect the environment. Let me break it down for you. Let's start with what nanotechnology is already doing. You're probably interacting with it without even knowing. Take this bottle of sunscreen, for example. Nanotechnology is used in sunscreens to make the particles of zinc oxide or titanium dioxide smaller. That way, the sunscreen protects your skin from harmful UV rays without leaving that thick white residue.
So, those tiny particles make sunscreen better?
Exactly. At the nano level, these particles become transparent, but they still block the sun's rays effectively. It's a simple, everyday example of how nanotechnology is already making a difference. Now, onto your phone. Inside this device, nanotechnology plays a role in making the processors smaller and faster. Every year, your phone gets more powerful, not because it's growing, but because the circuits inside are shrinking.
And what about that fabric? Does nanotechnology help with clothes too?
Indeed, some fabrics are now made with nanotechnology to be water-resistant or stain-proof. Tiny nanoparticles are woven into the material, and they create a surface that repels liquids. Imagine wearing a t-shirt that never gets wet or dirty, even if you spill juice on it.
That's awesome. I wouldn't have to worry about messy lunches anymore.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. Nanotechnology is being used in medicine too. Doctors are now able to create tiny particles that can carry drugs to specific parts of your body. It's like having tiny robots that deliver medicine directly to a sick cell, like little messengers going straight to the problem area without affecting the rest of the body.
That's wild. So instead of taking medicine that affects the whole body, we could just target the part that needs help.
Precisely. This is called targeted drug delivery, and it's one of the most promising ways nanotechnology is being used in the medical field. Scientists are working on using nanobots to deliver medicine directly to cancer cells, which could make treatments more effective and have fewer side effects.
Like sending tiny superheroes into the body to fight bad guys.
That's a great way to think of it. These nanobots could one day save lives by being incredibly precise and powerful.
But wait, if we're already using nanotechnology in these cool ways, what's next? What kind of future are we talking about here?
Now we're getting to the exciting part. Nanotechnology could revolutionize so many fields, it's hard to know where to start. Let's begin with medicine again. Imagine a future where tiny robots can enter your body, repair damaged tissues, or even heal entire organs.
Hold up, you're saying robots could fix our bodies from the inside?
Exactly. Scientists are already developing nanobots that could one day do surgeries without making any cuts. They could travel through your bloodstream, find the problem, and repair it without you even feeling it. This could change the way we treat diseases, heal injuries, and even extend our lifespans.
That sounds like science fiction, but you're telling me it's real?
It may sound like fiction, but it's becoming reality. Researchers are even looking into using nanotechnology to help with things like regenerating organs or creating new types of materials that could mimic human tissue.
So basically, we're talking about a future where people could recover from injuries or diseases faster?
Exactly. And beyond medicine, nanotechnology could change electronics even more. Imagine foldable, bendable phones that are so thin you could roll them up and put them in your pocket, or computers that are 100 times faster than the ones we use today, but the size of a notebook.
That would be amazing. What about, like, the environment? Could nanotechnology help there?
You're on the right track, Sam. Nanotechnology could help solve major environmental problems. For example, scientists are developing nanoparticles that can help clean up polluted water by breaking down harmful chemicals. These particles could be used to purify water, remove toxins from the air, or even clean up oil spills in the ocean.
So tiny particles could clean up the planet? That's amazing.
Indeed. Nanotechnology could be a game changer when it comes to sustainable energy as well. Think about solar panels. Right now they're good, but they're not perfect. Using nanotechnology, we could make solar panels much more efficient, capturing more sunlight and converting it into energy. That could help us produce more clean energy and reduce our reliance on fossil fuels.
So nanotechnology could help us fight climate change too?
Absolutely. By making energy production cleaner and more efficient, and by developing materials that can clean up pollution, nanotechnology has the potential to make a huge impact on the environment.
Wow, I had no idea something so small could be that powerful.
And that's the beauty of nanotechnology. We may not see it with our eyes, but it's all around us, making the world better in ways we're only beginning to understand.
Okay, so we've talked about medicine, electronics, and the environment. What about space? Could nanotechnology help us explore other planets?
Space. The final frontier. Nanotechnology could indeed play a huge role in space exploration. For one, scientists are working on materials that are incredibly light and strong, perfect for building spacecraft. Nanomaterials could reduce the weight of rockets and satellites, making it easier and cheaper to send them into space.
That's awesome. So could nanotech help us build colonies on other planets?
That's one possibility. Nanotechnology could also help astronauts stay healthy on long space missions. Tiny sensors could monitor their health, while nanobots might help repair any injuries they sustain during the mission.
It's like nanotechnology is the key to the future in more ways than one.
Exactly. From improving our everyday lives to opening up the possibilities of exploring space, nanotechnology is truly the tiny tech revolution that's going to shape our future.
Okay, I think I get it now. Nanotechnology is all about working with materials that are super tiny, but super powerful.
And it's already helping with things like medicine, electronics, and the environment, but it's going to do even more in the future.
That's right, Sam. Nanotechnology is giving us new ways to solve old problems, and it's opening doors to possibilities we never even imagined before.
Thanks, Professor Sparks. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on this tiny tech revolution.
Remember, students, sometimes the most powerful changes come in the smallest packages.